Talk that shit. Bite. Dr. Boyce landed on my radar. Dr. Boyce landed on my radar because Dr. Boyce has a lot to say about the modern black man, not the black boy, but the modern black man, and how he chooses to go about selecting the woman that is fit for him. After I watched the video with Dr. Boyce describing how men should take care of other women's children and that it's our responsibilities to raise these children that we did not bring into this world, I ran across video of Dr. Boyce proposing to this young lady. As a man who's visited many gardens and had many dealings with a lot of different females, there were certain signals that I noticed in this video. And as I noticed these signals, it put Dr. Boyce in more of a perspective for me. It let me know that Dr. Boyce shouldn't be giving dudes like me that are where I'm from advice at all. Because where I'm from, Dr. Boyce would be known as a mark or a trick. You don't have to agree with me, but 9 times out of 10, after you watch this, you'll see where I'm coming from. Go ahead, Dr. Boyce.
Mention is that this is where I met this pretty lady 26 years ago.
I'd like to point out the body language here. If you didn't know what was happening because I just described it to you, you think that these were best friends, college buddies, like they cohabited the same church. Look at her face. Look at their body language. That is definitely that area right there. It's called the friend zone, Dr. Boyce. Continue, buddy.
And we're right there in that cafeteria, and I saw her across a crowded room, literally. I remember that very moment, and I looked across the room and I said, oh my gosh, that is a pretty lady. And I went and sat down and talked to her.
Did we see the movement? Like, damn, hurry up. Finish what you got to say. Got me all in your YouTube video, Dr. Boyce. Get to the point. Dr. Boyce, I'm going to come in from a pap smear later, doctor. Continue, Dr. Boyce.
And she gave me the most radiant, beautiful smile, and her name was Alicia Taylor. And I said, well, and I said, my grandmother's name is Felicia.
Did you see that look? Like, oh, you was looking at me? I had no idea. Buddy, friend, continue. Dr. Boyce, who has all the information and knowledge on how black men should behave, Mr. Black Panther, the shirt, I'm gonna get to her shirt in a minute. Continue.
Taylor. And then you asked me where I was from. I said, I'm from Louisville. You said, oh, I grew up in Louisville, right?
Oh.
And because your dad used to teach there. And then it turned out we were both Geminis and a bunch of other things. Oh, and then I guess
astrological stories.
How did you know? Even though I just guessed Gary because everybody's from Gary, right? And I remember talking to you and how kind you were, how sweet you were. And I also remember when I saw you, how I think you were walking out, I was like, ooh, look at that. Ooh. And we went upstairs to the...
Look at that what, Dr. Boyce? What is that woo? Doctor? Continue.
4th floor in this building.
We have to go up there.
Yes, and she had a bunch of Starbursts. It wasn't Skittles.
It was Starburst. That's what
yes, and I was thinking, how does she eat all this candy while she's studying? The sugar has to be like overwhelming. So check this out.
Dr. Boyce, that's some real player shit. that you was paying attention to her glucose levels while she was walking around with all that ass. Continue.
Oh man, check it out, brother. So that night I went home and I wrote in my journal, and I still have these words written down. I wrote, "Today I met the most beautiful woman in the world."
You forgot to say Dear Diary. Dr. Boyce, you forgot to say I went home and I pulled my diary out and I laid on my stomach and I stuck my legs up behind me and I crossed my legs and I pulled out my pen with the feather on it and I wrote Dear Diary. Continue, Dr. Boyce.
And so here it is 20 some years later, and I still think you're the most beautiful woman in the world. And so I thought that it would be cool to come to this very spot where I first met you.
Yes.
And get on my knee.
Oh, boys.
Oh my, look at that face. Look at that body language. Look at that posture. Did she lean away? He's pulling forward, she's leaning away. Dr. Boyce. Her shirt says, keep it moving. Dr. Boyce, you over there checking her glucose? You sucker.
And say, Alicia, Table McLaughlin X, I've loved you so much since I first met you.
Since you met her.
You give me life. You are sunshine for me.
Oh, that's some real player shit.
It touched my soul the way you have. And I'd like to ask if I'd like to go back in time and do what I wish I could have did back then and say, will you marry me?
Boyce Watkins.
And I guess, and I want.
I don't think she's with it, bro. And the fact that you both have on fanny packs and you're on your knees. Never mind. Continue, Dr. Boyce. Brother, Dr. Boyce.
I want to make sure I did it right. So,
Whoa.
Damn, did her demeanor change? That's a rock. Wait a minute. Did y'all notice how the body went from, Doctor, what are you doing? You do my pap smears, to, whoa! Doctor. Red flag. Continue.
Boyce, you are something.
So I thought that the place that I first met you
What is something?
26 years ago would be the place to do it. So I think
Seen a lot of engagement. Yeah. I'm gonna tell you that this ain't the way this is supposed to go, bro. Trust me. Good say.
I think she's supposed to say yes. I hope.
I think that's what she was supposed to say too. I think that's what she's. Go ahead, doctor. You're a bright man, I'll tell you that. That college degree that you got, you just broke the Da Vinci Code with that one. Yeah, I think she's supposed to say yes.
She said.
Oh my gosh.
Nigga, wait a minute. You just pulled out a couple racks and a box. She said yeah, but somehow you found your way back in the friend zone. Doctor, there's a lot of red flags here. If this was one of them heart monitors, doctor, it'd be going beep, 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 beep. Dr. Boyce. Did you kiss her on the cheek, bro? Dr. Boyce, is you a virgin? Fanny pack says a lot. Continue, Dr. Boyce, who has all the advice for black men.
Mention is that this is where I met this pretty lady. And right there.
Dr. Boyce, Dr. Boyce. So, Dr. Boyce, I'm gonna let America decide whether I was right or not. But use a trick, bro. You say a lot of fly, foul, super, caper shit on this here internet. Dr. Boyce, you're not qualified to talk to certain dudes about certain shit. Relationships, women, being stepdaddy. You're about to go into a situation where you're the stepdaddy, but all her kids are grown. Dr. Boyce, I don't think that your voice hits the ear of the gentlemen who come from the areas that we come from. Dr. Boyce, your girl's not into you, bro. But I'm gonna tell you this. She would have been a damn fool to say no. She ain't getting no younger. And I commend you. Your bank account ain't getting no smaller. Older people don't usually hit the lotto like this. Go get that money, Queen. Fix your crime. Get that nigga out the friend zone, though. Sucker. No chaser. Dr. Boyce. Fuck out of here.